loves me? He loves me not. He loves me. I knew it.
Social media and society is why our perception of love is so tainted. Has anyone else noticed like a huge surge in like relationship and dating shows coming out? It seems like almost every single year, 5 more dating shows release. And you know, they make this show look so good and raw and relatable when in reality, it's not. With shows like Love Island, all you see is people finding love left and right. It's always the same classic lines. Ever since being on the island, you've changed my life. I've never met anyone like you before. We both know each other so well. When in reality, it's only been like 2 weeks. Or, you know, the show called The Perfect Match, where on the first night, you're expected to couple up with someone who's the perfect match for you after one day. That doesn't even make any sense. When all you see is the gooey, mushy side of love with, you know, the holding hands and walks on the beach, of course you're gonna think that's what love is. And also, these shows are literally nothing like reality. When you're plucked from your natural life, placed into this unreal setting, then forced to be on TV and interact with dozens of people, all your senses are heightened. Everything is gonna feel so surreal and amazing. So when these contestants meet the other contestants, of course they're gonna fall in love on night 4. And you know, there's nothing else to do anyway. Like, you can't have your phone. There's really nothing else to do but fall in love. The Bachelor, they date a woman with dozens of other women at the same time, might I add. And these dates are crazy. Having tea in the royal palace, going on a tropical island and watching the sunset. Sorry, I also just want to add that like, I never understood The Bachelor. Like, these women will go on group dates all with one man and the whole time fight for his attention, then get upset because he's not paying attention to her during the entirety of the date. Like, what did you think you signed up for? Me personally, I could never. And you know, The Bachelor eliminates all the other women until they get down to one girl. Then he proposes and they ride off into the sunset. And this literally is how every other dating show is. And we're all under this impression that these are real people dealing with real problems, when in actuality, half of those instances are staged. And I know, at least for me, after watching these shows, I feel like, damn, I can do that too. Because all I see is people finding love and working out their problems and just living this happily ever after. But what they don't talk about, which is actually the most funniest thing ever, is that no one actually stays together after these shows. Out of the 48 combined seasons of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, there are only 10 couples that are still together. 48 seasons and only 10. And do you really want the other statistics of the other Netflix shows of who stays together? I think you can just safely assume that most of the couples didn't stay together. And if you don't believe me, there are so many contestants on those Netflix dating shows that have appeared in like multiple shows in the Netflix realm when it comes to dating. One word: Disney. There is no doubt that Disney is probably where the majority of people got their unrealistic expectations when it comes to love from. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Disney has just always been known for their princesses finding a husband, getting married, and living happily ever after. Because I always wondered why I believed that I could have this, you know, fairy tale story happen to me, and then I realized it's because of all those Disney movies I've seen as a little girl. I believe the first ever Disney princess movie was Snow White. And now that I'm older, I'm kind of looking back at this movie and realizing how naive I was. In the movie Snow White, she married the prince without saying one word to him. Like, I went through the film and I watched a lot of scenes and I watched all the interactions that she had with the prince, and she did not say one word to him before they like rode off into the sunset. It's always the same thing, you know, the princess finding the true love, but real love isn't finding a man that you like and then, you know, speaking like one sentence to him and then getting married and living a perfect life. Like, that's not what happens in real life. See, why don't they show what happens after you get married? Taxes, fights, prenups, parenthood, couples counseling. So, you know, all these kids that are watching Disney are gonna have this tainted perception of what love is. And I haven't even covered social media. I think TikTok has just highlighted a lot of of issues that we're facing in our current society, we already know that TikTok is one of the fakest things ever, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that. All people do is show the fake versions of themselves, and that includes relationship-wise. I see too many people showcasing their perfect relationships on that app and doing their little couple challenges, and there's one trend called the boyfriend effect or the girlfriend effect, where after you enter like a new relationship, your significant other is supposed to like change your life and change your appearance and all this other stuff like every single time. And I'm just like people are just making up just random trends out of nowhere, and when all you see is the perfect married couples, the perfect boyfriend girlfriend, the perfect relationship in general, and then you look at yourself and the fact that you're single, you're bound to feel insecure about yourself, or even you're bound to feel insecure about the relationship that you're in, because what you see online isn't what you have with your partner. And it's not just on TikTok, it's on every single social media platform. On YouTube, there are thousands and thousands of couple channels that show the couple having the perfect day together or planning their wedding, and they'll take you through all the parties and events. And on Instagram, it's the same story but in picture form. Couples taking pictures of them on a private island getaway or their 10-year anniversary. It's just the same thing over and over again. The perfect couple, the perfect relationship. But I bet you they didn't take a picture or video about showing them arguing about, you know, the vacation excursion that they're going on, or how early they had to wake up in the morning to go on that hike to see the perfect sunrise. They didn't show you that part. People are only showing you certain pieces of the puzzle. Life isn't a fairy tale, and Prince Charming doesn't exist. This is the real world. But it's hard because everyone wants a happily ever after. I want a happily ever after. It's sad, but it is what it is. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Am I saying that you're not gonna find happiness and true love? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that life isn't a cartoon. There's nothing wrong with wanting a happily ever after, but I would definitely just be more mindful of social media, because it's not something to glorify and look up to when it comes to relationships. This video was pretty short and sweet, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment your opinions down below, and of course I upload every single week, and so I will be back next week for my next video. Bye guys.